What's up, guys? It's Jerk Brando. I look like a chud right now. Damn. What's up, guys? It's Jerk Brando, and today I wanted to talk about my content growth and kind of where I want to be at, and just talk about my life goals. I just want to start posting on YouTube. I feel like just kind of yapping is gonna be something that I can do for now. Just kind of get content out there. So I am from a small town in Alaska called Fairbanks. Pretty much born and raised here. A couple years of my life I lived in Columbus, so I got a taste of the city life. I know what it's like. But for the most part, it's always been a small town. So, it just hasn't been. It's hard. It's hard to grow. For sure. The networking is a lot harder, just because you kind of know everybody, and there's not that many people. On my Instagram account, I've been trying to grow. I have 198 followers. That is all people from Fairbanks, and maybe 300, 400 of them I follow, and that's like the majority of people my age in Fairbanks. So it's like, one, that makes it a hard thing, because there's not that many people your age, especially people who are into content creation, specifically streaming. To hardly anybody watches streaming. You get 3 average viewers, right? Like, I'm not even affiliate yet. Like, I'm not even affiliated yet, because I don't even get 3 average viewers, which is crazy. But it's just like the market for streaming is so low in Fairbanks, and I think in recent times, I've always thought like, maybe I want to stay in Fairbanks, But since I've been streaming, since I've been wanting to do all that, it's definitely been a lot harder to grow. It's been a lot harder to grow, and I think that it's just really gotten to me, and how I just feel like I'm not going anywhere. I'm not progressing. I'm not doing anything. Anywho, it's just hard to network up here. The biggest thing is there's not enough people your age. There's not enough people interested in what you want to do. And like, there's just small things. Like, it's hard to find a different style, because you always see these people wearing the same thing. It's always some outdoor granola stuff, or wearing basic stuff. It's like, and if I want to expand, I want to be able to be open to more opinions, and be open to more, be exposed to more things, like different styles of clothing, different styles of content, being around people that make content. Never once have I walked into a store and seen somebody streaming or recording a video, you know what I mean? And like, I did that for my first time a couple days ago, and it was like, I had an amazing time. I had a great time. Me and my cameraman Chris, we was chilling, bro. We were doing good. We saw some people we knew, and it was like, oh, are you live right now? And it was just like, such an easy conversation started. Imagine that somewhere where there's millions of people doing that. You know what I mean? Like, it also just won't feel as awkward, because I feel like the content creation culture here in Fairbanks is very low, and I kind of feel like you get criticized for it because it's so small. Everybody knows you, and when you first start posting a lot, you start creating content. It's like, you just have to be cringy. You have to cringe yourself out, and it's like you kind of have to ignore what everybody else is gonna say, because in the back of your mind, everybody's gonna be like, come on, why is this guy of all people posting, right? Like, every day that I post, or every day that I stream, I feel like people are like, oh, why are you starting to do this? You live in Alaska. I work a blue collar job. I work at a gold mine. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that at all. I'd rather stream if I could, but I feel like people are like, oh, you work there, like, why are you trying to stream? Like, you're a blue collar worker. Just do your job and live in Alaska. And that's not what I want. So, in September, I'm gonna go to LA with my buddy King, my cameraman, another streamer, Young DZ, some more people. Going to Got Soul. My buddy King owns and runs a clothing brand called Jerk, which, you know, the name Jerk Brando. That's where it came from. But, you know, we're going down there. He's gonna try and get networking out for his business. I'm gonna try and branch out, see if I can get some people in. You know, hopefully me and this other streamer, we can feed off each other a little bit. You know, I think he's in a better position than me for sure, which is typical. He's in the States. It just proves, you know. But yeah, I think the biggest thing I have is just moving to the States. Like, it's always been something I've been really iffy on until recently, and now it's like I want to get out tomorrow. Like, if I had somewhere to stay in any state, I don't even care what state at this point. Nah, I kind of do. Like, I'm keep it a buck. I don't want to go to Montana. Like, that's just Alaska in the States. I don't want to go back to Ohio. And I don't want to live in, like Florida wouldn't be bad, but I don't want to get hit by hurricanes like 3 times a year. You know what I mean? I'd rather not. Like, West Coast, if I could say West Coast, that'd be chill. East Coast would be cool too, but West Coast is better. Keep it a buck. But if I had a place anywhere in the States and I was able to just pick it up and I had money to live for 6 months without working, I would just kick it and stream and just do as much content as possible, you know. But September, go to LA, make some connections, hopefully. I'm gonna try and get down to Arizona, make some connections, see what's around, and then in October I'll be going to Portland, see what's around, look at some job opportunities that I got down there, and then hopefully I can make a decision before winter or before next summer. But if it becomes summer, then I'll have to wait till next winter. You know what I mean? But if it's like December, and I'm like, yeah, I'm moving. Oh well. I guess I'm gone. You know. It's really difficult though. But that's how I feel right now about it. I think the biggest thing that I'm worried about is stepping out of my comfort zone. And, you know, I don't talk about this a lot to like anybody really. You know, the only person I really knows about is my girlfriend and stuff. But like, I think the biggest thing that I'm worried about is anxiety, because, you know, I've always had anxiety a little bit. But since I've become an adult, it's definitely gotten really bad. Like, the minute I graduated high school, I've been anxious, you know, and it's like physically affecting me, you know. Like, when I would work, one of my first jobs out of high school, I was working night shifts at one job. So I had 2 jobs, and one job I had throughout high school, and then one I'd gotten summer after I graduated, and it was night shifts. So I was working night shifts, a super chill job, like one of my favorite jobs. I was making minimum wage, my favorite job I've ever had, you know. And I feel like that's, you know, sometimes that's just how it works. I'd honestly rather be dirt poor and happy, like happiest I've ever been, than, you know, filthy rich and just struggling, you know, to be happy and anxious. But anyways, I started working night shift, and, you know, it was good. I was having a good time, but I just noticed, like, slowly, it was like, because I was alone, nobody else was awake really, just kind of thinking, and it's like, I'll just get in my head, you know, or like I'd be anxious for work because, you know, I'm by myself in a sketchy part of town. I was just like struggling to breathe, and I'm like, you know what I mean, like I can't get a full breath in, like, and that was one of the first times that happened was at that night shift job, and it just really threw me off because I was like, I don't know why I can't breathe. Now that I've been out more, I've been getting myself out there, you know, even just talking about it's helped a lot. And, you know, the biggest thing I'm worried about is that happens to me and I'm not in a comfortable environment. You know, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be alone. You know what I mean? Like middle of the night, middle of nowhere. I don't even know the city I'm in. And I'm just like, what am I gonna do? You know what I mean? That's my biggest fear. But I think if I can get over it, I think the biggest step is just doing it. If I could do it, I'll be straight, and I won't be alone. I mean, I'm talking to my cameraman. He talking about he want to move out of state too. So I mean, at least I won't be alone. But I think that's the most comforting thing. Yeah, that's my biggest fear with it. And another big fear of mine too is if I leave the state and streaming fails or content fails, what am I gonna do? And if I get to Portland and get a job, I'm not gonna be that worried. Because streaming will really just be a side, like, until I can really make it. But if I move anywhere else other than Portland, there's no hope. You know what I mean? It's win or go home, and I don't even know if I'll be able to go home if I don't win. I might just be poor in a random city I never lived in. You know what I mean? And that is one of the most anxiety-inducing things, but it's honestly one of the biggest motivators for me as well. Because if I move somewhere with a purpose, I'm gonna get it done. I have to get it done. There's no option. So if I move somewhere that I have no idea what's around, just me and Chris, even if it's just me, I think I'd have to adapt. And I'm great at that. But I just figured I'd get a YouTube video out. Kind of went all over the place, went in a little deep area, but hopefully getting myself out there, talking about it, just trying to get myself comfortable talking about stuff. But yeah, hopefully y'all enjoy. Subscribe, like the video, follow me on Twitch. And if this video gets 10 likes, I will do what the top comment says within reason, because 10 likes is so low. 10 likes is so low. But if I get 10 likes, I'll do what the top comment says. We'll see. Maybe. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching, and tune in next time.